Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Actors Area. I'm your host, Sean Robert Grant. Happy Sunday to you. Hope your weekend has been fun, eventful, and full of all the things that you truly love. Getting right into it. So, as a male within this industry, sometimes we can get so caught up in the pride of being able to say, I did this by myself, I grinded, I opened doors, I did this, I did that. And, nowadays, even for females, or I should just say, even for actresses, as well as actors, like it's so important to wear the masculine hat, to power through the doors, to make your own way, to put yourself in a position to where you are like making it all happen on your own is what the prototypical standard has been for all actors and performers. But the truth of the matter is, one of the greatest powers we can ever have, one of the greatest powers we can ever possess as actors, actresses, and performers is the power to ask for help, right? And so what I want to do right now is I just want to inform you that people desire you, right? It's not even like they like it, but people desire you to ask for help, okay? Because truthfully, everybody wants to be in a position to where they feel like they are giving back, whether they know it or not. And if you do come across somebody who's not willing to give back, they just hadn't discovered the true abundance within, because we all have a monumental amount to give. And as I put in the description, that's spiritually, that's mentally, that's emotionally, that's physically, we all have a lot to give. Can give you one bit of advice. If you ask someone for help, and I'm not talking about, using them, because I've been in a situation where certain actors and actresses will see some of the stuff that, I've been able to put out as far as like teaching resources, and, one or two questions and something like that is fine. But then when you're constantly going, and you're constantly asking for stuff, it just kind of like, it diminishes the value of what it is that I present. Now, like I said, it's kind of a double-edged sword in finding the fine line. But what I'm saying is, if you come to me and you have a one or two questions that you need to ask, that you need help with, I have no problem whatsoever with answering that, right? I just don't want you, and I don't want this to happen to me, I don't want it to happen to you or anybody you know, to be abused because they've encountered what we call a taker, okay? So not to get too far off track, but the truth of the matter is, everybody will help you to some degree, and you only need bits and pieces from every person unless they are led to help. See, that's another thing. Once again, that's why it's a fine line. Sometimes people may say, you know what, I really want to help you. I just feel like in my heart, it's inside me to help you and to give you stuff that will take you to another level, and embrace it. But if you don't get that vibe, if that vibration is not coming through, then, get what you can, be grateful for it, and continue to move. But the one great power you should never be afraid to use is asking for help. See, we live in such a society of egos where your ego wants to work. And I know this because I have a really big ego, and most people who are spiritually evolving on a regular basis have a really big ego. So it's important for me to always be vigilant and keeping mine at bay. And so one of the things with my ego has been to always look like I have all the answers. And even when it does seem that way, it's just not the case, right? And so I always have to humble myself and understanding that, you know what? Yeah, I'm only 37 years old. There's stuff that I don't know about this craft that I'm excited to find out about it. There's I'm always learning every single day. And so when I take the position of servant, when I take the position of, more importantly, student, then I can learn more and more from any and everybody who desires to offer to me. Like, one of the most amazing things is, a first year actor can teach me so much about the craft, give me fresh eyes on something just as well as somebody who's been in it for 25, 30 years. It's just a matter of being a sponge and really diving into the idea that we are consistently finding ourselves in a position to where so much help is available to us. And it's not even on the physical level. It's not even on the physical level that we can have this experience. We can do it spiritually. We can do it spiritually from the standpoint of really just really asking for guidance, asking for intuitive spiritual guidance to help us to make the right decisions, to help us to encounter the right people, right? And when I say right, I emphasize right meaning righteous, right thinking, right? That's in alignment with our highest good. And so it's important that we know that that avenue is out there. One thing I really would enjoy for you guys to do more often now is start using your social media as a bit of a forum, as a bit of a question and answer type deal. I have a group called The Vibrational Actor, and I also have a page called Sean Grant Acting. And what I'm going to start, basically, if not today, definitely soon, is asking questions for actors and to really get their feedback on what they think about certain things, and just be open, be completely open to what you can learn. And what I'm going to do is really, throughout my meditations, find the questions that I can ask that can help people the most in every way that I can. And so I feel like that goes a long way, because a lot of times people just don't have the courage yet. They have it within, but they're not ready to use it to verbally speak up and ask what they might need an answer to. And so even from there, what I encourage you to do is I'll give you a story. So I've been acting for a very long time, and I remember so vividly, there were so many different aspects of my career that taught me so many valuable lessons about this industry. And I'm a teacher by nature. And I like to be the type of teacher that shares my experience and then helps somebody to find their own experience. And so I reached a point where I'm like, you know what? I need to share this. I need to share what is unfolding within me. And so I started writing for Backstage, New York Castings, Daily Actor, Words Motivate, like this website called SpicyMama.com. Like, I started doing all these things because it is a burning passion to help actors and actresses as much as I possibly can with what I have. And that's the most amazing thing, is that you can help people with what you have. I'm going to tell you this, and then I'm going to let you go. I never want you to feel, because you don't have a certain amount of credits, because you didn't study at this school, because you don't know this person or that person. I don't want you ever to feel like you can't have something to offer somebody of value, because the truth is that you do, you can, and you will if you take the first step. And what that means is, if that means signing on and creating an account on Medium and writing articles about what you know, go for it. If that means starting your own website, go for it. Your own YouTube channel, go for it. I did all of this stuff with just having a more passion to help and love for actors more than it was about me having experience or knowing this type of person, such and such and whatnot. So I just don't want you to be discouraged from doing that. Don't be discouraged from asking for help. And if you have stuff, and I know you have stuff, no matter where you are in your career, that can help other actors and actresses and performers, don't hesitate. Post it on your social media. Start there. Start small. Like, start a meetup group. Now you don't even have to leave your house. You can do like a Google Hangout or something like that, where a group of actors get together and we just kind of hash out different things that we find are happening within our own careers. And so there's so many outlets out there, and to keep in mind that everybody needs help. Everybody is in great need of help with something, and you may be the answer. With that being said, guys, thank you so much for joining me. Have a wonderful rest of the day, rest of your weekend. We will talk soon. Don't be afraid to ask for help. Take care.